Hello students and welcome back to one more session on International Financial Management classes. In our last class we have discussed one of the important currency derivatives, that is currency futures. We have also discussed about its comparison with forward market. So I will do a brief recap of what we have done in our last session. So forward market or future market is a market where you are going to book a currency or make a contract to buy or sell currencies of a specified amount on a particular date in future. The basic difference between these two markets is futures are the quantity is standardized. Say for example in Australian dollars we have to have a contract of minimum 1 lakh Australian dollars. In forward market there is no standardized volume. It is based on the needs of the customer. Forward market is self-regulated, whereas future market is regulated by Future Exchange Commission. The transaction cost in futures is a minimum amount of brokerage, whereas forward market the commission is the difference between the bid and the ask price. So these are a couple of differences how future market is used to hedge receivables and payables. Now in today's class we are going to discuss about one more currency derivative market, which is called as currency option market. So the currency option market is again a contract for hedging future buying and selling currencies. But the name tells here that we are having a right to buy or sell a currency at a specified price at a specified date. But if it doesn't work in our favor, we have the option to forego that contract and not exercise it. Meaning when you are entering into a currency option contract, that time you say for example you are going to buy a particular currency. Today say you are buying dollars. The today's price of the dollar is 72 rupees and in future there is a chance that it may go above 74 rupees. But at the day of the end of the deal, maybe the spot price at date is only 73 rupees. So you can say that I will not exercise the contract, I will not buy or sell that currency because the spot rate is less. Now you might say that what is the profit for the person who is doing this deal? So if it doesn't, for this they are going to give you a commission which is around $30 to 60 rupees for single currency option. So this market works on not actual delivery of the contract or actual exercise of the contract, but it is merely on commission basis, because most of such contracts the buyer or the seller will not exercise because at that day the spot market is not favorable to him. If it is favorable, then they will exercise the contract. That's why it is called as the option market. Then the option marketplace includes option exchange or over the counter market. So there is a special exchange only for options, so that is a marketplace, or even normal commercial banks and brokerage firms with a commission based on bid ask difference also undertake currency option contracts. Then we have two types of currency option contracts. One is called as the call option and one is called as the put option. So call option gives the owner the right to buy a specific currency at a designated price within a specified period of time. So it is an option where you are buying the currency. The price at which the owner is allowed to buy is called as the exercise price or the strike price, and there are monthly expiration dates. Means you may take an option for a long period of time, but every month there can be an expiration date where you can say I am not exercising the option. So a currency call option is a right to buy a particular currency at the exercise price or strike price. Now, if the spot rate of the currency rises above the strike rate, the owners of the option can exercise the option. Okay. Say for example, you had booked it for 74 rupees and at the end of the option contract, the price has risen to 75 rupees. So what I'll do, I will not take a chance of buying it in open market. So because my strike price is less than the spot price of that day, so I will exercise the option. If it was other way around, say for example, I booked it at 74 rupees and that day at the end of the contract period, the price is 73 rupees. Then I will not exercise the option and let it expire, because if I go with the contract per unit of the currency, I will make a loss of 1 rupee. So better I just forego that contract. Then we have one more concept called as in money, at money and out of the money. The currency option is said to be in money if the present exchange rate exceeds the strike price. Means the strike price is less than the present exchange rate. We say that it is in the money currency call option, and for such a option, that is the in the money option, the premium paid by the buyer is higher, because there is a risk that the buyer will not exercise the option because the present exchange rate is more than the strike price. Then if the strike price and the present exchange rate are equal, that is the spot rate and the strike price are equal, we call it as at the money. If it is other way around, that is the present exchange rate is less than the strike price, we call it as out of the money call option. So we have three types, that is in the money is considered to be having the highest premium paid, because this market works more on the premium paid, so the premium will be higher for in the money options. Then what are the factors affecting currency call options? Option premium. So premiums will depend upon the difference between the strike price and the spot rate. So if it is in money, then the premium will be higher. If it is at the money and out of the money, the premium will be lower. Then if the date of maturity is longer, the premium will be higher. If the currency is very volatile, means the currency price is changing very high, low every now and then, that time also the premium will be higher. So these are the three factors on which the premium of call option depends. So that is the difference between the strike price and the spot exchange rate, time of maturity and currency volatility. So this is all about currency call option. So call option is nothing but buying a currency. Then we'll go to the next factor, next type of call option. So before that we'll study about where are the currency call options used. So currency call options are used to hedge payables. So I am buying currency, why? So that I can make payment for my import orders or to my creditors or someone. So hedging means hedging, I told you hedging is trying to minimize the losses because of change in exchange rate. We also hedge for project bidding. Say for example, in the near future you are going to have a project and for that you need funds. So for that you are booking the currency beforehand because you have to buy the currency in near future if the project is sanctioned to you. And the third point here is to hedge target bidding. Say for example you are an MNC and you are buying a foreign company. So when you are buying a foreign company you need foreign exchange so that you can use a currency call option. Next one is currency put option. So currency put option grants a right to the owner to sell a specific currency. So call option was to buy. This is to sell a specific currency at a particular strike price within a specified period of time. Here also the owner is not obliged to exercise the option if it is not favorable to him. The seller of the currency has an option, he receives a premium. Okay, so he is not obligated to exercise if it is not favorable to him. Say for example, you are selling a currency, the spot rate of that currency on the day of day of liquidation is 75 rupees and you had booked it for 74 rupees. Then you will not exercise the option because by selling it at 74 you will make a loss of 1 rupee per unit. On the other way around, you had booked it for 74 and the present spot rate is 73. You will sell it for 74 and you will exercise the put option. Here also we have the concept of in the money, put option, at the money and out of the money. So if the present exchange rate exceeds the strike price, we call that it is a in the money put option. If it is equal, we call it as at the money put option. If the present exchange rate is less than the strike price, it is called as out of the money. So here also in the money put options requires higher premium. So because present exchange rate is more than the strike price, so there is an possibility, the percentage of possibility that the seller may not exercise the option, so the premium is higher. Then we state to what are the factors. So as it is an option market, both call option and put options have the same factors which affect the contract. So that is the difference between the strike price and the spot price. So if it is higher, the premium is higher. The length of time before expiration date and the volatility of the currency. So the more volatile a currency its price is, the higher will be the premium. Then lastly, where are put options used? Here we are using it. So we are selling currency. So somebody is going to give us, that is we are going to receive some amount and we have to want to convert it into our home currency. So it is used to hedge receivables. Hedging receivables means whenever that person or your debtor will give you money, you want to convert it into your home currency or that currency in which you are doing business. So to minimize the loss because of the difference in the payment and receiving of funds, we are using currency put options. If the strike price is not favorable or the spot price is not favorable to us, then we have an option not to exercise it and forego the contract. So this is all about currency derivatives, its uses, how it is used, what are the different concepts, how is premium calculated, what are the factors on which premium depends, what is in money, out money and add the money. So this is all about currency derivatives. So currency derivatives include forward contract, futures contract and option contract. So all this is about that. So that's all for today. Please free to comment. Queries are always welcome. So bye. Thank you. Have a good day.